Hello, this is Dreams with Jam. Thanks for joining me today. We are going to be doing a speed build up in the Frosted Heights. And if you do like this video, please drop that like at the end. I would super duper appreciate that. And if you haven't subscribed or you want to double check to make sure that you are subscribed, I would really appreciate that as well. Okay, so like I said, we're doing a speed build up in the Frosted Heights. And I'm gonna kind of let you enjoy the speed build and I will join you at the end. Okay, I hope you enjoyed that speed build. We're going to take a little tour here through both day and night. I really like how these gazebos look up here with this fountain. The gold and the wood kind of go well together. I like that. And of course, I have my little community fire pit area. Only this time, instead of a fire pit, we're going to use an actual cook stove, so it's more functional for me as the player. And we're just going to walk around here. Look at all those frozen shards. I really like those. They can be a little bit challenging for me to use just because they kind of jut off at odd angles, or they're a little bit taller than I would like them to be. But I like how they look in this particular build. I always like giving Goofy his own special little area. Okay, you can see here we've used the stone pillars there with the blue orbs on top, which we'll see in the nighttime tour here. I like this royal courtyard, each kind of specific area, just with a seating area, some special bushes. The flowers and things that I chose throughout this build are the glass or the glowing flowers because I kind of wanted them to look plastic or fake. Because we're up in the Frosted Heights, it just didn't make sense to me to have these like tropical flowers or cacti growing around, you know? So I wanted to use something that would kind of illuminate in the evening, but yet look fake during the day, but nice. You know what I'm talking about. I think these worked out nice though. They have kind of that waxy look to them. You can see I've paired those frozen lights up against the backs of those pillars. And then transitioning over into this more kind of residential side, not quite so filled out or, you know, not a ton of potted flowers. It's going to be all the wildflowers for this particular biome are going to be in this area right here on the left. I did that so they're easy to find when I'm doing things like looking for dried flowers to water. When I first start up the game, that's kind of the first thing I do is go around looking for those, unless it's raining, which, as you all know, is often. But here we have a little courtyard with just one bench, a well, and some more of those frozen shards. I did use this kind of broken down older fencing for this fortress. I wanted it to just look old. I don't want it to look evil or haunted or anything like that, just old. Okay, and then here are those frozen pillars, and I put the biome or the pink pillar in between there. I like the color of that one. I think it actually is the one for here, now that I think about it. Okay, let's switch over to evening and see how it looks with all of the lights lit. You can see how I use different lighting here to create different effect. I use the fire pots behind those pillars just to give it a glow behind there. And then these iron lights with the kind of yellow globes. I liked how they matched with the windows of the, what do you call it? Not log cabin, but what would you call that? No, I guess it is a log cabin. The winter cabin. And here we have the clock tower. You can see how those clouds glow in the evening too. So pretty. They definitely need to introduce more items like that we can use. Maybe at a higher altitude so we don't, you know, run into them in our vision line as we're working with the camera. And here's that courtyard. You can see how those flowers look now. They have that kind of fake look like they've lit up at night, right? I love the winter castle. It's so pretty. Pairing it up with the Anna and Kristoff castle just made sense to me. I really liked how a shared courtyard between the two of them gave them this like kind of royal court feel to it. You can see how those crystals kind of will illuminate just a teeny bit. I mean, they just pop off the white of the snow, but it does give them that kind of really pretty glow as you walk through. in this ginormous fountain. Which, don't get me wrong, I love it. I've used it in like 3 different builds already, but it is a big one. Okay. Well, I really enjoyed this build. I like working up in the Frosted Heights, although I find this to be the most challenging biome for me personally. It's just oddly laid out with the ponds and the way the river is and this skinny nature of the one side. But anyway, I think it turned out really pretty. I hope you found some inspiration as well. Thank you for joining me. I really, really appreciate each and every one of you, and keep on dreaming.